The cells in your Excel worksheet can be thought of as little calculator spaces. You can use these individual cells to perform simple and complex calculations. From my worksheet below, if I would like to compose a simple calculation using my keyboard and a cell within my worksheet, I can do that first by selecting my cell. Now, in order to compose a calculation, you'll first need to enter the equal symbol. Once you've done this, you can enter the values that you would like to calculate. For example, if I would like to simply add two values together, I can easily do that. I'm going to add the values found above, 30 cents and 50 cents, by entering those values. Now between the values, I'm going to insert a plus symbol, and then I'm going to insert the rest of my values. And as you can see, I've quickly composed a simple calculation using my cell, and if I select Enter, those values will automatically be added. Now, if I were to change the values above, this value below will not change. This is the disadvantage of doing a simple calculation. But if you do a simple calculation with cell references, those values will automatically update. So if I select the cell and choose Delete to remove the current values, I'm going to insert the equal symbol, and I'm going to reference the cells above by selecting them, and then I'm going to insert a plus symbol, and select the second value. Now if I select Enter on my keyboard, I can see I have the same result, but if I go up to the top and I were to change the value of one of these cells, for example, I'm going to double select and insert 40 cents rather than 30. Now if I select outside of that cell, I can see the cell reference within the simple calculation below has automatically updated. Now you can also reference the simple calculations in other formulas. So if I go down below and I select this cell, I'm going to insert the equal symbol, and I can reference the total values above. And I can even use the simple calculation to multiply by inserting an asterisk symbol. And then I can calculate any value after. For example, I'm going to multiply this by 20 packages. And I can select Enter again to calculate. Now I can see that those values have calculated, and since I've referenced a cell that has referenced other cells, if I go up and modify any of these values, for example, I'm going to double select, and I'm going to change this to $1, and select Enter, I can see that the values below for total, as well as postage and packaging, along with 20 packages, has also been automatically updated. This will save you a lot of time from having to go and calculate each individual cell. Now, you can also use formulas with cell reference. So if I go up to the top and I choose Overall Total, I can insert the equal symbol, and if I want to use the sum formula, which is used for addition, I'm going to type in sum, and you'll see below that I get the suggestion for this formula. I can either double select it, or I can continue composing my formula by inserting a parentheses. Now if I want to reference an entire range, I'm going to go to the left-hand side of my worksheet. From this table on the left-hand side, I'm going to select the complete cell range that I would like to calculate for. Once I've selected all of my values in order to complete the formula, I can go up to my formula bar, select it, and I can end that formula by closing the parentheses and choosing Enter on my keyboard. Now if I scroll back up, I'll be able to see those values have been calculated. Now you can also use this referenced value in a separate formula. For example, if I go down, I can again insert equals, followed by the total, so I can select the cell just above, compose a simple calculation with plus, and I can also use the postage and packaging total, and then select Enter on my keyboard. Now I can see I have the complete total at the bottom, and again, if I make any changes within my reference cells, for example, I'm going to go up, modify the postage to 70 cents. If I select outside, all of the values on my sheet will be taken into consideration. The same goes for if I modify any values within my cell range. If I modify this current value, and then select outside, I can see that all of the values on the right-hand side have automatically compensated for that change. So now you've seen how performing simple calculations can save you a lot of time with Excel.